Hey, what's up? So for this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 web common attack types, what they are, how they work, and real cases where they actually happen. Let's get into it. First up, cross-site scripting, or XSS. The basic idea is this. An attacker injects malicious JavaScript into a web page, and when another user visits the page, their browsers run that script. There are 3 types. First is stored XSS. It's when the script gets saved into the database and fires every time someone loads the page. Second is reflected XSS. It's when the script is embedded in a URL and the server reflects it back. DOM-based XSS happens entirely in the browser, no server involved. Real case example for this is during 2005, a guy named Sami Kamkar created a worm on MySpace. He injected a script into his profile that automatically added him as a friend and copied the script to anyone who visited. Within 24 hours, over 1 million people were affected. MySpace had to shut down temporarily. Next, SQL injection. This one's straightforward. If a web app takes user input and drop it directly into a database query without checking it, an attacker can manipulate that query. Classic example for this is a login form. Instead of typing a real password, you type something like or is 1 equal to 1. The query becomes always true, and you get in without valid credentials. Beyond login bypass, attackers can dump entire databases, delete data, or even execute system commands depending on the setup. A real case example for this is during 2008 and 2009. A group called RP WorldPay was breached via SQL injection. The attackers got access to 1.5 million card records. They then coordinated a global ATM cash out, hitting over 2,100 machines in 49 cities simultaneously, and stole around $9 million in less than 12 hours. Third is CSR, cross-site request forgery. This one tricks an already authenticated user into unknowingly sending a request to a site they're logged into. So imagine you're logged into your bank, you visit a malicious site, and that site secretly sends a request to your bank, like transferring money using your active session. Your browser attaches your cookies automatically, so the bank thinks it's you. A real case example for this is during 2008. A CSRF vulnerability was found in the uTorrent web interface. An attacker could craft a link that, when clicked by someone running uTorrent, would remotely change settings or add torrents, all without the user knowing. And for number 4, information leakage. This is when an application accidentally exposes sensitive data. It's not always a dramatic hack. Sometimes it's just carelessness. It can happen through detailed error message that reveal database structure, exposed configuration files, source code, comments left in production, or unprotected API endpoints returning more than they could. A real case example for this is during 2021. Facebook had a data leak where personal data over 532 million users was posted publicly on a hacking forum. It included phone numbers, full names, locations, and email addresses. The data was scrapped through a vulnerability in Facebook's contact import feature. It was leaking user info through normal looking requests. For the last one, session hijacking. When you log into a site, the server gives you a session token, basically a temporary ID. If an attacker steals that token, they can impersonate you without needing your password. So how do they steal it? Through XSS. to grab cookies by sniffing unencrypted traffic on public Wi-Fi, or by predicting weak session IDs. A real case example for this is during 2010, a Firefox extension called Parship was released publicly. It implemented session hijacking on open Wi-Fi networks, specifically targeting sites like Facebook and Twitter that use HTTPS for login, but send session cookies over plain HTTP afterward. Anyone with the extension could click a button and hijack nearby user sessions. It was a wake-up call that pushed major sites to implement HTTPS everywhere. So to wrap it up, XSS injects script through the browser, SQL injection manipulates database queries, CSRF tricks users into sending requests, information leakage exposes data through poor configuration, and session hijacking steals active session tokens. All five have caused real damage, and all five are still relevant today. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.